Welcome to the video that I said a while back that I was gonna get to, and I'm now finally got to. Main reason it's taking this long to get to this video is actual, good things happened, and I didn't want to be depressed with this broken game. Gran Turismo Sport actually got Route X. Never would have figured that. That was cool, and no, GT Sport ain't perfect, and I've discussed that in previous videos as well. At least it's improving. 2K is just getting worse and worse, and at this point, I have no hope whatsoever in it. And well, this is how. This is the general video of just going through miscellaneous things, but I'm going to start out with the downright game-breaking thing. Because if you want to quit watching the video after I saw what I am here, that's perfectly fine. Or if you enjoy shit posting on 2K and like seeing this stuff, I'll continue. And again, as I said in a previous video, this video is going to not be so PG. Because I'm not really posting this anywhere but my channel. And my channel don't get monetized anyway, so fuck it, let's get into it. What it's showing right now is no big deal. To give a bit of context, there's a 2K TV feature, which is on during the loading screens of whatever mode you're in. Particular mode that I will be featuring in This Is My Team. Well, behold, this particular 2K TV is on my team. Yay, that's cool. The 2K TV feature in general is not really what I'm complaining about. It's basically an ad, but at least it's somewhat of an interactive ad that will somewhat tell actual information and stuff. So whatever, that could be worse. This though is downright the worst possible. This is quite literally promoting whatever you want to call it. The general consensus is cheesing, but there's a lot of words for it. Spamming, cheesing, bullshitting, whatever you want to call it. And this isn't even showing it yet. This is why I'm starting the video here. This looks all fine and dandy. Overall, in my team, the ultimate goal is to win the Unlimited Tournament, which gets you reward money, $250,000. That's really cool, ain't it? But the problem with it is what's coming up. What's here is the lineup you don't run in an actual tournament. This is just the lineup you play against general people. Just use your best players so you can get the best chance to make that tournament. Win the more games, better chance to make the tournament. Easy enough there. That's not the problem. But they do so at first to try and make it look like that's not the problem. But this, well, it's called weekend lineup. Weekends is when the actual championships are. Fundamentally, there's basically no difference between the teams. The other team is a 99 overall, this team is a 99 overall. Both make sense because both of the players that actually play are incredible. Those would be really high. And no, it doesn't do it by the literal player ratings. Like the literal player ratings, not counting these players, are under 99 overall. But that's fair enough because this is how they overall play together. Like if you have 5 centers playing, your team will have less chance of being a 99 overall than players in the correct positions. That's kind of how they budget that. Having players not in a real position playing it, but when they do play that position, they will still dominate sometimes, which isn't even what I'm getting into here. What I'm getting into is the 5 players here. As y'all see, this team is still rated a 99 overall. So this right here is where 2K is downright bullshitting to the point at which I'm done. I'm just completely done, and I may never buy a 2K game again because they're quite literally promoting having it to be where you put all of your minutes on your worst players. And you just have manual substitutions on, and you just play all your good guys the whole game. So that way your team is rated lower, and it's like Bounce Power and GT Sport. Or in really any GT game that had it. You start out with a quote-unquote weaker thing, you get more currency if you win. Same with this. In the championship, you get more points if you win with a quote-unquote weaker team. What they don't show here is the team being weaker. Because with having minutes on all of these players, this team, with this good of players that actually play, is rated roughly about a 62 overall. I know this because I have the team of pretty much these exact versions of players. In fact, mine might be slightly worse than this, which is yet again another 2K logic. They're not even showing the worst it can get, but yet they are showing it to prove that this is a good thing. Like, they're promoting it on their channel. They're not saying, no, this isn't what you're supposed to do. They're just saying this is the same as doing this. That's downright broken. They're literally promoting running the perfect lineup that can easily win you games against a bad team. But you put your minutes on the bad players to make it look like you're playing with a bad team. And they're promoting this to do in the tournament itself. Now, doesn't that sound messed up? That would be the equivalent of in GT Sport if they had a balance of power to just points and they were FIA tournaments. And let's say there's an N300 race. Someone goes in with an N200 Expo. They're going to get matched up either with other N200 cars or N300 cars, and if they manage to win, get a whole lot more points. As y'all know, the Expo is extremely overpowered, and that wouldn't be fair. This is the equivalent of what it's doing here for their actual championships. They're killing the literal main point of the game this year, to win the actual tangible championships, to win your real money. And they're promoting this bullshittery. On to actual gameplay that I had now. Sorta, kinda. But first, there's sort of more general stuff. This is all stuff that happened after I said that I was initially going to do this video, so I haven't trimmed all that. But in general, look here. Ben Simmons is counted as a power forward in the game, which isn't really all that correct. His natural position is small forward, but he's ultimately playing point guard because Fultz is terrible. Seems like the Sixers either get incredible players or absolute bust. Fultz is one, and Simmons is the other. But anyway, that's not what I'm saying, that he's power forward in general. It's this question. What is Simmons' primary position? We're quite literally just showed in the My Team. And again, this video, the 2K TV, is about the My Team. And he's a power forward. So I vote power forward. And it's apparently wrong. They say he's a point guard. Which, yes, in real life, he's a point guard. But it says in 2K19. 2K needs to fix their shit before they penalize us for being correct. They're shitting on us because they didn't fix their own shit. And in return, they're making sure the players shit on them by cheating in their tournament and promoting it. Yeah, that ain't too good gameplay, is it? And now here's the actual, gameplay. This is sort of in reverse order of what I'm going to show it, but I wanted to show the other stuff first, so whatever. I'll just say this. This is when I quit playing the actual tangible game. The other clips beyond that were just other clips and random orders, because as you trim stuff, sometimes you want to save an entire video so you can get other stuff from the video, so it's in a different order of what I actually played. So just ignore those other clips that are above it, because they're not really from after this time. But anyway, look at how far out this guy is. I'm gonna get to a different video that shows why I didn't show more of a context for this. But this particular player is well guarded by me. I think that's fair to say. That player quite literally just hit a fadeaway three from 5 or more feet out from the 3-point line, being heavily guarded. That's not the best start to this video, is it? And that was actually when I quit playing altogether. This was when I officially deleted the application. But again, I wanted to put the other bit first, just to start out on a good point. The most pertinent point. Here's what led me to the point of quitting. If that wouldn't have happened, I might have stayed, but this got me damn close. Right now, I'm trying to run a play. Look where I'm positioned. I have the ball in my left hand. Yes, the the dribbler is actually right-handed, so then that means technically less coordinated. But it's also a diamond point guard, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But I have it in my left hand because if they just so happen to get a steal, it's gonna go out of bounds. Like, look where I'm standing. There's pretty much no physical way in which they could actually steal it and have room to actually start driving the ball up the court because there's not enough room on that left-hand side. So I start to call the play because I know if they do attempt for steals, it's going to go out of bounds. So no harm, no foul. But then, as you'll see, I'm in the middle of calling a play. So therefore, I'm not actually moving the player. I'm controlling these buttons. For some reason, my player, right when this guy goes to steal the ball, changes the dribble to the other hand. AKA, this is fucking rigged. Yes, Jamal Murray isn't the greatest point guard in the world. He's not a dribble god. But I also couldn't control him. Literally, I was calling the play. So, NBA 2K19, 2K Sports, Take-Two Entertainment, whatever you want to say here, controlled him and made him put the ball in his other hand. And do a crossover move right when that guy was going for the steal. Of course, he fucking gets it, and because it was in his right hand, he did get the ball back. It didn't go out of bounds. Again, I had no control. I did not put the ball in my player's right hand. The game did. That's literally rigged. That was a scripted steal. No, if that player wouldn't have attempted this to begin with, he obviously wouldn't have got the steal. But I pretty much know it was scripted to the point if that player tried to get a steal within a certain vicinity of my player, it was going to be a steal no matter what I did there. And guess what? It was. I had no control over it whatsoever. In fact, my player even looks like he pretty much falls down here. Next play. My God, this is stupid. Again, this is no particular order. So somewhat I also have to remember what it is too. Anyway, that player is in the post. That's pretty well guarded by me. They make it. Not that big a deal though, because those are good players. I don't even really think that's what I was necessarily saying here. I think that was more of a lead up to the next clip, if I remember correctly. But anyway, good defense, better offense, so whatever. So then here's me. Or the next clip is me. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's why I saw that clip. That player actually did some good defense, better offense. That player had a nice post move and knows what they're doing, and they're actually doing it in a way in which worked. They actually got a bit of separation doing that post move. I still play good defense, but whatever. Good defense, better offense, not that big. This though, obviously, that's this player knows what he's doing. Again, this ain't me fucking up. This is the other player. I'm still saying it though. This is Russell Westbrook passing to LeBron James. One of the best point guards in the league, passing to arguably one of the best players ever. You think that's made pass, don't you? Good point guard. Good. I mean, actually, LeBron James, this is true. He was looked at by an NFL team. Yes, there were the Cleveland Browns, but still an NFL team to play tight end for him. LeBron ain't dropping that pass for shit's sakes, and Russell Westbrook ain't throwing that pass that unaccurately. LeBron would still make that catch that pass if it was thrown that unaccurately. Because bang, look at all that room there. LeBron has some big ass hands and some good ass dribble moves. He's not gonna fuck that up. Even if the pass is that inaccurate, but it ain't gonna be for Russell Westbrook. Out of bounds. Wow. You know what, folks? I could make that pass in real life. Maybe not to an average player, but I guarantee I could make that pass to LeBron James. And I guarantee if I was LeBron James, I could catch that pass in real life. Even if it were to be thrown inaccurately. Either or. If I can do it in real life, for God's sakes, one of the best point guards, and just players in general, of all time, should be able to make that connection as well. Next clip. I'm going up here for dunk, and I make it. I posterize this guy. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's another reason why I saw that other clip. This is Kevin Knox. He's fine. He's an okay player. This is his Ruby card, so he's better. This is January 6'9". He downright posterizes Nikola Vucevic there. Is that realistic? I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. But then there's that clip where they were scoring in the post. So, take that as you may. I'm posterizing with Kevin Knox on the center, and they're both scoring doing fadeaways and stuff with perfect defense. But then here's this. I have Karl-Anthony Towns on Vucevic. Remember, Kevin Knox posterized him. Karl-Anthony Towns here is in the post. I would say that's a decently nice move by me. I'm spinning a bit here, but not too much. I'm not out of control there. I have the ball up there, which gives me a little bit of separation there. That moves that player more to the left side of me, so I'm pretty free for the right side. And this is also Nikola Vucevic, his regular card. He's pretty good on offense, not so much on defense. Karl-Anthony Towns is really good on offense. That's some decent separation, too. Yeah, I thought it probably moves over some, but ultimately it's unaffected by my shot. Like, that other player doesn't even make contact with me, so that player really shouldn't have any say in the shot whatsoever. Look at how high I am versus how low that player. That player doesn't even jump. I assume that means the defender, the actual person, just didn't press the triangle button, because that probably would have been a foul. But that should mean that should either be a dunk, posterized dunk. Granted, Karl-Anthony Towns isn't the strongest player in the world, or an easy layup. The game decides to put me in an easy layup animation. But somehow or another, that's a miss. So you're telling me that Kevin Knox can posterize Vucevic. Karl-Anthony Towns doesn't even get a posterized animation on him, and misses a layup that was not at all well defended? I like Kevin Knox a lot, but I'm sorry, that's unrealistic. Kevin Knox is 6'9", Karl-Anthony Towns is 7 foot. Karl-Anthony Towns is arguably a top 3 center in the league. Kevin Knox is even hard to argue he's one of the top 3 rookies right now. I think he is, but others may argue against it. Next play. This looks more like a disconnection or something. Yeah, this is that. What's actually, I think of this first. The order of operations. And oh yeah, re-enter the game. Actually, this is a few clips back, ain't it? Yeah, here we go. I'm playing defense here. This guy takes a contested three and misses. Hallelujah, that's how it should be. Then look what I'm doing. I take an open shot with Jamal Murray. But you know what happens? I cannot for the life of me get the timing here. Because it's laggy. So terrible that I can't do anything about it. And I remember this clip in particular, something to mention too with this one. Look, this look there. Keep looking. Yeah, that was... I wouldn't have gotten that rebound anyway, but still, nonetheless, that was an elbow by the defender. I should just get the ball back, so I get another chance there, because that was an obvious... That was definitely an obvious foul. My player almost fell down completely there, and just, yeah, that was stupid play in general. Foul by the defender and not called, and then I cannot get timing whatsoever because so much lag. Proof of that, wide open shot on the other end. Right? They missed a shot. Then I missed an open shot, so they should miss this too, right? Of course not. Lag is so inconsistent in this game. It doesn't even fuck over each other equally. It happens at such random times. It's so unpredictable where it's not even like, yeah, we might be both fucked over, so we just both go to more inside shots. No, it's completely fucking random. So I leave to clear the cache, whatever you want to say that, the C-A-C-H-E, I think that's how that's spelled. And 2K bans me because of this. I clear my cache because of their shitty servers making me do work because of their shitty servers. And they... I'll wait for it, folks. I'll get to it. Oh yeah, I forgot. Another main point that I made with this is they had no inkling that I was banned at this point, so I just continued on my merry way. I backed up, cleared the cache, went to check general stuff up to my team, and then when I went to play again, then they told me I was banned. If they would have told me I was banned to begin with, I wouldn't have wasted time doing all the other stuff. But no, they bullshit me with ban in general when I leave to clear my cache because of their shitty servers, making me do more work just to be banned from continuing to play something that I did all that work for to begin with. That was shitty on their end. And then here, I'm still banned, which is still bullshit. And as proof of the servers are shitty, look. See, I'm not lying. Servers were shit that entire time, and I got doubly penalized for it. I couldn't make a sod of my life depending on it, and they penalized me for it. I might just call it there, folks. I'll see what the next clip is. Oh yeah, proof that it happens in actual games too, right? Another thing in general too is the only time the supposedly direct capture, what PlayStation calls it, has sound is if it's like a whistle or a saw clock going down. It's the only time this has sound in general, so y'all might hear. Y'all might have heard that. That's the only thing y'all hear from the actual game. Anyway, that's not the point of this video. I just figured I'd mention that. Point is, look, I'm inbounding. I'm pretty caught picking open there. That player's pretty far off there. I get the ball quite easily there. And to give general reference, this is Rajon Rondo. Yes, he played at University of Kentucky, so I'm somewhat biased. But it's also Pink Diamond, true point guard. At that point, that means they should have incredible ball security. Especially Rajon Rondo. This may be where I'm getting a bit biased, but he has really big hands. That's just truism right yonder. He was arguably the greatest passer in the league for a few years, and this is meant to be that card. Also truism. The ball is in the opposite hand where the defender is right now. And I'm also not running it up the court. I wasn't running towards that defender. That defender is running towards me. Which really, if anything, should be a defensive foul at this point. But no, they go for still, just running straight into me. And they don't get it, goes out of bounds. Because again, that kind of goes back to the previous play episode where I was at the ball and go towards the out of bounds. So they said I got a steal there. But this time I was controlling the player, so 2K couldn't bullshit me that time. Yay, fine. Whenever it goes out of bounds, yeah, that should have been a defensive foul, but whatever. No harm, no foul. I just continue on. No, it's their goddamn ball. How the fuck is that off me when that player ran into me? That player ran straight the fuck into me. Like, look, I was not going straight. That player was going straight into me. If that's how they're gonna fucking do it in this game. If a player even attempts to get a steal whatsoever, it's an immediate steal. My God, there's no point in even having a tall player on the team. It might as well be all point guards and shooting guards trying to get the steal. But you know what happens to them? Every one of the motherfuckers shoots over you. So it's either can you get a steal every possession, or if you don't, the other team's gonna get a 3 every possession. The game is literally playing cheesing it every goddamn time. You either have to get a fucking steal, or they're gonna get a fucking 3. There's no in between in the majority of possessions. Yeah, there is occasional fun gameplay, which I've shown occasionally on the channel. But this is clip after clip, proof after proof. It's bullshit after bullshit. There will be a culminating thing with all this, but for now, I'm just gonna say, the game right now is pretty fucking unplayable. Stills are too overpowered still. Shooting over people has always been overpowered. And 2K's promoting doing the bullshittery. You're promoting having your lineup look as bad as possible while playing incredible. That means you're either gonna get put up against someone who has no idea what the fuck they're doing. They have no idea what the fuck to choose. They don't know to shoot over people and or try for retarded steals. So they're gonna get their asses blown out, not have too much motivation to play anymore, when they're getting paired against a team of an absolute god squad that's supposedly worse than they are. Or they're gonna get paired up with a normal team that is rated really high, and they're gonna get a crazy amount of balance of power, even though they're bullshitting the balance of power to begin with. And 2K is promoting all this to happen. The first clips were the main ones. The ones that showed 2K promoting the bullshit, and 2K quite literally scripting a steal. This may have also been scripted, but to be fair, it was controlling my player this time. But it does happen in both aspects, that's why I showed it. And again, neither of the times I was doing anything stupid, but I'm not going to explain myself again, I showed it on the actual video. What I'm going to explain myself here is to say, even though I've never played live, I would hope to fucking God EA isn't going to script shit. The point of it's a guaranteed steal, or it's a guaranteed lag fucking you up or not fucking the other player up, or however you want to call it. Guaranteed dunk animation, guaranteed fuck up layup animation. Kevin Knox dunking on a center, and then Karl Anthony Towns missing on a layup and the center doesn't jump. That's... Yeah, I'll be honest, they might be a bit too lazy to script, and that's kind of what it sounds like people describe the game as. One example I remember people describing NBA Live 19 when they're playing it is it's hard to actually get a chase down block, because that requires an actual animation. Chase down blocks to an extent are sort of scripted, because yes, you can time when it happens, but it's scripted whether it gives it to you. Is even in 2K, if you get your timing right with a block, the player can like change up their motion or whatever. I don't think EA shit is scripted for better or worse, depends on the situation. There's a lot of time where scripted shit is obviously worse. And 2K is promoting players do all they can to bullshit it, along with having to play in a way that does script shit. No, not having it. Not fucking with it anymore. But I will say there will be one big culminating thing to sort of just be a nice fuck you to 2K before I'm done completely. I'm done playing completely, but there will be one more video left. Will it be worth yeehaw? No, not till 2K actually proves their shit to the point in which the game is actually playable. I'm not even saying downright realistic, because if it was truly realistic, everyone would just be using the downright best players. There would be no me want to use Razan Rana or something like that. The reason I use the players I do is because Karl Anthony Towns shreds his floor and hits the bullshit threes over people. Razan Rana gets the bullshit steals. In real life, people would just be using Stephen Curry. He hits threes over people, but he's not tall. Or people would use something like Kevin Garnett. He hits steals too, but he's not fast. Those were legitimately incredible players. Arguably better than the two that I use. And one of the other reasons I use them too is because they play for UK. But in a different instance, I would rather be using John Wall than Razan Rana. He's a bit faster. He has more flashy dunks. He's just overall more of a modern point guard. But the way that 2K makes their games, both are terrible because you can't use a point guard at all anymore. Both don't matter, so I may as well use Rajon Rondo for the pure purpose of he has a higher steal rating, and that's it. Fuck 2K. This is unplayable. And they're putting it to the point in which apparently they want it to be unplayable. They're promoting making it more unplayable. Having unfair teams as well as unfair physics. So, I'm done. And I hope y'all are too. I don't recommend playing 2K. If someone still wants my offer for my team, the application's uninstalled, so it may take a bit to actually get to it, but I'll still give you it. But if I were you, I would just at the very max do offline stuff. And by offline stuff, I mean just weekly challenges, and that's about it. These those are made as the game continues. Stuff that's in there at release is so bullshitty and broken, it's not even having a point. And that's where I end it. The game's so bullshitty and broken, it doesn't even have a point. That was on release. Since then, everybody's figured that out, and there's whole new ways to bullshit it now that people's figured this out. And 2K's promoting that bullshit too. What a wonderful time we live in, where supposedly the greatest of all of the basketball sport games promotes having unfair teams and doesn't do shit to fix it to be fair in any other aspect. What a great time to be a basketball video game fan. Jesus Christ. PS2 games were better in so many ways. Kind of sounds like Gran Turismo there too, but I've already done that video. But there's one more video with this.